As a disclaimer, this video is going to start with a story to give context to how I came across this fix and why it's so important for hunting horn players, and how it can be used for other weapons. If you don't want to hear the backstory, you can skip the story using the chapters. Also, since recording this video, patch notes for update 1 have been released, which seem to address the specific hunting horn portion of this video. The uses beyond simply fixing an endpoint with the hunting horn still apply. When Wilds released, I intended on maining hunting horn as I did in World, and used the secondary slot for a bow. The idea being, since I was playing through the story co-op, to use the horn to heal and buff, as you do, and have a quick swap for any monster that was a pain in the ass to hit. However, the further into the game we got, the more I found myself using the bow. I was just simply enjoying it more than the hunting horn. By the time we were mid-high rank, I decided to put the hunting horn away and fully commit to the bow. I played the hunting horn in both open betas and really liked it, but something just wasn't right when I went to go use it in the full release. Fast forward to HR 100, deep into my crown hunting, I pulled the hunting horn back out for some variety. After a few hunts, I realized why the horn didn't feel the way it did in the early game and the betas. There was a very inconsistent input bug happening during the Echo Bubble and Focus Strike moves when inputting a note 3 after any other note. Admittedly, while recording footage for this video, I found the input was much more consistent than it was. Possibly a hidden fix went through at some point, but not only can this still happen, the fix I'm going to talk about has improved overall gameplay for me across multiple weapons. As we progressed through the game, I crafted higher rarity weapons. The songs began to add notes, and more importantly, added note 3s to some songs. For anyone not familiar with the hunting horn, there are 2 new abilities in the Echo Bubble and of course the Focus Strike, both of which allow you to store 3 and 5 notes respectively during their animations. Another fantastic tool for horn players to queue up songs quickly. The hunting horn has 3 notes, typically known as Note 1, which is triangle or the top face button, Note 2, which is circle or the right face button, and Note 3, which is both those buttons together. Why is this so important? To set up damage windows, you want to have the monster in at least one echo bubble and play as many echo wave songs as you can, which are usually 3 notes long. Okay, so let's just choose a hunting horn that doesn't have a Note 3 in the echo wave song. Well, there isn't one. The higher rarity added Note 3 into every echo wave. Alright, well, maybe it's just my controller being weird. A quick Google search showed many Reddit and Steam threads stating the same issue, with the most popular fix being a controller with remappable back buttons. At this point, I just started playing without much use of echo waves. Not ideal, until I saw a video by a creator named Taxman HH. He makes exclusively hunting horn content with very informative and easy to follow videos with the use of very clear graphics showing what he's doing. Now, I'm not going to explain exactly how to do what I saw in that video, as my intent is not to take any sort of credit, but rather to spread this information and share my experience of how this can be used outside of just the hunting horn. So his channel and the video will be linked in the description. That said, the short of it is using a feature within Steam to add what is essentially custom keybinds to your controller. This specific bind is holding L2, which is the focus mode button, and pressing square, which is the left face button, to input a Note 3 instead of pressing the top and right face buttons. This worked very well for me, as I tend to hold L2 while using the hunting horn a lot anyway, and it only took a couple hunts to get used to the new input. Not only does it fix the input bug during Echo Bubble, but it also simplified the input of songs across the board. Using the Guardian Doshiguma horn as an example, the input for Echo Wave, when played during the bubble, would be circle, triangle, triangle. But now it's just circle, square, triangle, and inputs the Note 3 accurately every single time. I still use triangle circle when using Note 3 as an attack, as there is no input bug, and it just feels natural having played hunting horn since World. Now, after a while I swapped back to the bow. If you're familiar with the bow, you know that gameplay currently revolves heavily on Dragon Piercer, which is a triangle circle input while holding L2. Now I thought, I'm already holding L2 to aim the bow, so what if I just press square? A simplified Dragon Piercer was the answer. Never had a problem inputting for Dragon Piercer, but it's a very easy and natural change to make when you have this input mapped anyway. Now I swapped over to the Switch Axe, which has two basic triangle circle inputs: Elemental Discharge in Sword and Rising Slash in Axe. Elemental Discharge, in my opinion, is still best used with Triangle Circle, since you need to spam triangle afterwards anyway. But Rising Slash, being a single input and an offset attack, I found it made timing the offset much easier. Now those are the only 3 weapons I currently play in Wilds, but I'm sure there are many more uses for simplifying a triangle circle input across the other weapons. This has changed the way I play all 3 of those weapons, and the best part is the added input doesn't interfere with any other inputs during gameplay, and if you play any other games on Steam with a controller, doing this change is on a game-to-game basis, so it won't interfere there either. I'd like to know what other weapons benefit from this change, so feel free to let me know. I hope this at the very least improved your experience with the hunting horn. Shout out to Taxman for sharing this fix, so check him out, and thanks for watching.